Hello and welcome to another video of the Silver Citizen. Today we're going to be talking about Stefan Ortega, the goalkeeper from Germany that City signed. I think that's because Stefan personally has been making waves about wanting to play to get into the American team, and City have said if we get a replacement, you can go. We've got the replacement, Ortega. I don't know much about this keeper. I've only seen him play once, which was against Bayern Munich. Last season they got beat 1-0, but in that game he had a good game. But I can't judge him basically on just one match, but it was the best team in Germany. When the ball came to him at his feet, he didn't look nervous, and this is the best team in Germany, and he didn't look that nervous or bent out of shape like Stefan did, a la Mane in the FA Cup semi-final. Someone rushed him, his arse fell through. Ortega didn't, and although the team he was playing with didn't have the players in positions for him to just stroke it out like Edison does, when he was booting it, you could tell that he was aiming to a player. It wasn't just booting it to get it away, he was actually aiming towards a player. The player might not have always won the ball, but you can tell every time the ball's going to where a player was or a player is. You know, Bayern Munich have got better players and they intercept the ball, they win the header, you know, whatnot. But it's not just booting it to get it away, he's actually booting it towards a teammate. So there's that. He's not as good with his feet as Edison. I don't think there's a goalkeeper in world football that's as good with his feet as Edison. But the fact that when he was booting it, he was booting it towards a teammate. I'm not going to be as nervous after watching him against Bayern Munich as I am every single time a City defender gives the ball to Stefan and he's controlling it with his feet. I get nervous. When Edison gets the ball at his feet, I don't. Now, I wasn't really getting nervous anyway watching Bayern Munich, but the way he controlled the ball, the way he handled the ball with his feet, I don't think I'll get nervous watching him play for City. Like I said, not as good as Edison. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as Edison, but when he's got the ball and people are running at him, he doesn't panic. And in a Pep team, it's always a bonus. He's a good shot stopper, or at least I believe he's a good shot stopper from the game I saw. I mean, Bayern Munich peppered the goal he was in. I think he had something like 25, 26 shots, probably about 10 or 11, 12 on target. Made some fantastic saves. Some that you'd expect him to make, some that you probably wouldn't have had a go had the ball gone in. I do think he could have done better with the goal. I think he made a mistake, but that's in hindsight. The goal, it was scored by Leroy Sané. Muller gave it to Sané, who was on the edge of the D, and there was a defender in front of Sané. That's why I believe that Ortega made a mistake, because Ortega came rushing out. I think in his mind he probably thought that Sané was going to go past the defender, and if he got past the defender, Ortega would be there, you know, to narrow the angle and not give him such a big empty net to stroke it into. So I could sort of understand why he was doing it, but I don't think he needed to. At least not until Sane had gone past the defender, if that's what was going to happen. You also didn't know if Sane was going to pass it off to someone. I think it was Lewandowski that was on his right. He could have given it back to Muller on his left. I know Sane just bent it round the defender that was stood in front of him, and because Ortega had come rushing out, he bent it around the keeper and into the net. So that was a goal. And like I said, everything else that Bayern Munich threw him in the goal was coming, but everything that Bayern Munich threw at him other than that, he stopped. Then I found out a statistic that Erling Haaland's never scored against him. I think it's in the 4 or 6 games he's played back Dortmund, and he's been playing. Erling Haaland only hasn't scored once. So, yeah. But I haven't seen enough of him to judge. But the one game I did see of him, I'm quite happy. He's a decent number 2, I think. Good shot stopper in that game. I looked at his statistics. I think there was only one goalkeeper in the Bundesliga that made more saves than him last year. And he conceded 50 odd. So, there's only one goalkeeper making more saves than him in an entire league. He's going to be making lots. And he's not going to face that many shots on target with Man City. Now, I looked at the statistics last season. City faced 146 shots on goal. Not on target, on goal, 146. Which, over the course of a 38 game season, worked out at just over 3. I think it was like 3.3, and then a load of different numbers thereafter. But just over 3 shots on goal a game. Like I said, Bayern Munich in that one game had like 26, 27, something like that. It was just peppering his goal. Shots on target, 84. So 62 of the shots that went on City's goal were off target. 84 of them were on. That's playing against the best sides in the league twice. So he's going to be a backup keeper, no doubt about that. He's going to be the cup goalkeeper. So he's going to be playing, he'll be playing against Premier League teams. And in the latter stages, he'll play against the top echelons of the Premier League. But he'll also be playing League 1, League 2 teams, Championship sides, relegation fodder in the Premier League. And most of the times, like I said, he'll probably have 3 shots on goal. And they won't all be on target. So I can only judge him really on what I've seen in one game, and in that one game he had a decent game. I think he could have done better with a goal, but he made some fantastic saves. He wasn't nervous with the ball at his feet. But like I said, him playing for City, I'll see more of him, and I'll get a better opinion of him. But first glance, it's a decent prospect. Definitely better with his feet than Zach Stefan. The only thing I would question, which you're probably not going to get with a team where he's making more saves than 18 other goalkeepers, and still conceding 53 goals. Alright, if your goal's getting peppered and you're making save after save after save, you can look like a really good goalkeeper, and then you go to a top team where you probably don't even see the ball for the first 43 minutes. Can you pull it out then? Can you keep your concentration when you've had nothing to do for a half. I mean, there's been times at City where Stefan didn't have anything to do for the opening 25 minutes. His concentration levels weren't that great when he had a shot on target against him after 25 minutes. Sometimes Edison's had nothing to do for 40, 45 minutes. Gets one shot on him at the end of the half, and it's a goal that he really should have saved. I think if he'd have been concentrated enough, he would have. So that's the only question mark I have over this fella. With having nothing to do for most of the half hour, his concentration levels, and time will tell. As far as outgoings are concerned, rather than making a video every time someone leaves, I will be doing a video on City's outgoings when the transfer window closes. I'll do a next video the next time we sign someone. It looks like it's going to be Calvin Phillips. I'll do a video on him when that happens. The talk of Cucurella, but at the minute, there's nothing about City agreeing a fee with Brighton, so it could all be paper talk. There's new rumours flying around now that Serge Gnabry is going to be top of the list if Raheem Sterling leaves, and that looks likely to happen. Is that true, or is that paper talk? The only one that really looks like it's going to happen at the minute is Calvin Phillips, and when it's finalised and the news breaks that Calvin Phillips is a City player, I'll do a video on him. Until then, until there's anything else to report, adios amigos.